Another problem that I often see with regard to pronoun usage is the faulty use of a pronoun. What commonly happens is that students confuse object pronouns with subject pronouns and use a subject pronoun in the place of an object pronoun or vice versa. So in order to solve this problem, students need to have an awareness of the pronoun's function within a sentence. In other words, you need to know if the pronoun is doing the work of a subject or whether it's doing the work of an object. And I think once we look at some samples, this will all become a little bit clearer. So let's take a look at an original sample of student writing. In this particular sentence, the student writes, Patty uses her and Walter's separation to turn Jessica against her father in order for Jessica and she to have a better relationship. There are a couple of issues with regard to the pronoun usage in this sentence, but I think what I'll do is I'll copy and paste the entire sentence because we're just going to be making minute changes. We're not going to be restructuring the sentence as a whole, so we'll just be swapping out a few words. So in this revision, the first thing that I notice is that the pronoun her, which is a possessive pronoun and is appropriate to describe the subject's relationship with her separation. However, it's placed oddly. Typically when you have a pronoun, a possessive pronoun, and you're also referring to another person who is sharing possession of a particular thing, you want the possessive pronoun to come after the noun. So we would do something like this and say, Patty uses Walter and her separation. And we don't need to specify a possession here because these two things are acting together as a unit. And so we know from the possessive nature of this pronoun that this person is also sharing possession of the separation. So Patty uses Walter and her separation to turn Jessica against her father in order for Jessica and she to have a better relationship. Well, the she here is referring to Patty. Jessica is Patty's daughter, which, you know, if you've read the novel in question, would be clear to you. But the problem is that she is actually, and my grammar check even spots this, she is a subject pronoun. However, we're looking at a phrase here that's a prepositional phrase, and we know that pronouns that are part of a prepositional phrase are object pronouns. So therefore, we're going to need to swap out the subject pronoun and replace it with an object pronoun. So not too hard to do. We know that the object pronoun for third person, feminine, is her. So let's now look at the sentence and see if it doesn't sound a little bit better and make some more sense. So Patty uses Walter and her separation to turn Jessica against her father, who is Walter, in order for Jessica and her to have a better relationship. You know, we could also avoid this pronoun use altogether and just specify that it is Jessica and Patty who are needing to have a better relationship. And I think that might actually be appropriate here because in addition to solving our problem, it also eliminates any sense of vagueness. So I think we'll accept that and say we're done.